So I know we talked not too long ago about the whole social media thing. I know you were saying like you felt like you weren't getting into it enough. You felt like you weren't utilizing it enough. And I'm seeing you post more now for sure.
It's all over the place.
I don't know if it's just your time.
It's a good thing though.
Or like,
yeah.
So how
it's definitely not time free enough. I can tell you that.
Well, did you set how did you get to the point where you are now posting more? Did you set a schedule or did you just like put in a system?
No.
How did it make
No.
How did you get to the point where you're able to do more of it?
It doesn't take long. I don't edit it. I don't do a lot of edits. I just before we shot this, I took a couple pictures, threw it on the story. Like it's just that simple.
Right.
Like if you just
pull it out.
Yeah, I mean you could literally like if you just go to Facebook and then say like, okay, create a story.
You're gonna create a story.
And then we're just gonna do it like this. What is it? Let's see here.
See if you can do it.
And then,
man. New story already. Creating social media posts.
What do you want to say? Like mid podcast selfie.
Podcast. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
If I can spell selfie right.
Man, I feel special. I get to be on Kyle Fugatt's Facebook story. Wow, so inspirational.
And it's just like that. When I'm driving the hotel, I took a picture the other day of the view while I was driving, and I just posted it. Not while I was driving, of course.
Of course not.
Driving to the hotel, that's it.
But obviously something changed because, like you said, it's not hard, but you weren't doing it.
It's like a muscle. So I'm in this group for multifamily, and we were all talking about, and he talks about it all the time. It's like a muscle,
right?
Like you posting on social media is like a muscle, and you have to keep training that mustle.
Right.
And then
when you don't get swollen in the gym off of one day.
And when you post, it's like flexing the muscle, right? So like you're shooting content, like we try to shoot a good amount of content at the hotel, and so it's weird because I'm like, Brittany, follow me around. Like here's my phone, follow me around. And so like she'll take this, which she took like a 15-minute video, and like 15 minutes can create you a week's worth of content.
Yeah. Just
little clips, and so you throw it in Canva. Like when you're really not like you have to make it a to do like so I don't have enough money to be paying somebody right now like $6,000-$7,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Following me around.
Yeah.
So, you just sit in front of Canva and then you let it upload and then you just start taking these little clippets out like 35 seconds, 12 seconds, whatever. And like they're just little nuggets,
right? And
you just post them. I mean, that's it.
That's it. You just gotta take the time to do it. I feel like most people, it's more nerves than it is anything. Like putting it out there for people to see you like all the time. Like there's
I watched a lot. We've shot some content and I watched it.
Oh, it kills you, doesn't it?
About myself. And I was like, who is this fat redneck doing this like shooting this stuff in a hotel?
Like, I feel like you are your biggest critic. So when you watch it, you're just like, God, who would watch this?
So we were in our short-term rental group, like one of the the big boardroom call.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it was like 10 or 12 of us in it. And I said like, hey, I shot some content I watched. I was like, if any of y'all ever watched it, be like yourself. And they were all like, don't do that.
You'll take it down.
You don't watch yourself, just post it. And so E was in the group and he said, Emmanuel Pondy, and if you don't know him, you need to find him and watch him because he's awesome. He was like, just post it. He's like, your investors already know what you sound like.
Right.
So like, don't think like, oh, I sound like this. Like, just be authentic.
Yeah.
And just keep posting it. Who cares?
Exactly.
And I was like, yeah. And then my main coach, Mike Sherburne, he was like, there's people going to hate you and there's people going to love you.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I know. He was like, no, legit. Like,
either way.
Like, he was like, go back and read some comments on my stuff. Like, they're bad. Some of these comments are bad. And I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. It's just the internet being the internet at the end of the day.
That's it. It's people just sitting at home not doing nothing, mad because they don't know what they're doing.
For sure.
And they just want to take it on somebody else.
Yeah.
So, like he said, the way you have to go into it, when you shoot content or you post something or you post a video or whatever, you have to change your mindset to like, this video could change one person's life. Or if one person is having a question, like we shot something about the elevator at the hotel, if one person is dealing with an elevator on their same thing, like they're in the same position, and they're like, what the hell do I do with this elevator?
Right.
Your video can tell them exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And they're going to find it, and they're like, oh my God, you made my life so much easier.
Right. And that's kind of how I'm looking at this podcast, kind of like, maybe somebody can just pull some kind of information, from you or anything we talk about, and maybe it just helps them in some kind of way. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And if it just helps one person, that'd make it worth it. And as it grows, it could just help out more and more people.